been in a really bad relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She is now, her doctors told her she needs to arrange for 24-hour care for that eventuality.
Right.
And the good thing about that is, even though it's really bad, is her husband, who will not agree to a divorce, who lives a half a mile from her and has a girlfriend that she unfortunately has to see all the time, you know, all that negative stuff. She's going to move away and out of that state and away from there. And so I'm really hoping that being away from all that negativity and all of that negative stuff into she's moving in with her daughter and their family.
You have an opportunity in every situation, no matter how radical or extreme it is, to bless the pain within inside of you. It's not about changing what's going on, blessing the pain inside of you so that you're no longer hurt and contaminated and tormented by it. And in the most serious of situations, since I don't know everyone's personal contract that they have with Source, with some people, the choice of their soul was to exit through serious illness. And so instead of staying in the pain and her pain situation, which feeds that pain, letting go and loving her and blessing her, because at some point you know it's a point of no return, and so this is the choice it is. You actually make it easier for her to exit her body at the time it is for her to exit.
I understand what you're saying. I'm also still, I'm never going to give up on some kind of miracle can happen. And so,
that's true.
You know, and in a way she
when
has
you
to do that.
when you bless and relax, yeah. When you bless and relax and allow for miracles in your life, it spreads like wildfire to others. And it's, talk about learning mastery, you know, really, really quickly. It's like on demand, hello, show up now. Okay, so no matter how stressed or upset or seeing all of what's going on in somebody else's life or your life, you got to remove yourself from the chaos, because that is only feeding the chaos and keeping you in the world of illusion or delusion, period.
So for her, being able to leave that very toxic environment that she lives in, being forced to, which could actually, I think it could be a...
She also set up a toxic environment on the inside too. And your part, yeah, it'll be good. And for you is to not put any energy in all the bad juju.
So it's to be just the witness. It's just being a witness.
It is, right. Because you don't know what's gone on karmically in past embodiments. And that really could be a whole nother subject, because I could talk about that for a long time. Because when I work with people, it's not just about cleansing the body, but it's restoring it in such an energy level. And I'm not just talking about, you know, being Superwoman running a marathon or whatever, but it's that restorative level where you feel it and you know it. There's a difference in how you think and feel, your confidence level, your ability to love, and it is increased. That's where you know it's good. And then you go out into the world and it becomes easier. And sometimes it's just honoring and blessing yourself in the witnessing of another's life. an exercise that I had, forgiveness exercise I'd learned from Greg Braden eons ago. I love this forgiveness exercise. There's like, but this is just touching on one because I teach a whole forgiveness class. So, put in a request at the church. I'm really good at this there. Okay. It's 3 little sentences, and this will make a massive difference, especially when interacting with other people, the news. Okay. It's 3 sentences. They all begin with I bless. And in that first blank, that's for the victim. So I bless my friend who's had so many challenges in her life. And you can fill in the details. I actually, I don't watch the news, but I intentionally, when I learned this years ago, watched the news just to do this, because I knew I was changing the energy. Because oftentimes when people hear something regarding that of a victim, they have so much hurt and disappointment and grief for the victim. So here they're all glopped now with the pain of the victim. So I bless da-da-da-da-da regarding the victim. This one here, I bless. This is very important. That's for the violator. Because what do people glop themselves with next? Anger and rage and resentment and judgment from the violator. Okay. This one, I bless myself in the witnessing of it. Very important. You don't want the glop from the victim or the violator on you. Maybe in the area of your own health, you find yourself both the victim and the violator. It happens. There are times we're the violator and sometimes we're the victim. All of a sudden, no matter what's going on, you can let go of. I use this a lot when I'm passing an Amber Alert. I no longer get emotionally pulled in any direction regarding an Amber Alert. I go through this, and I'm complete. I know the energy I have set is not put any hindrance on it whatsoever. And if it's within that person's energy field to then be able to release them or whatever, we never know any follow-ups or anything, and it doesn't really matter. It's about removing ourselves from the drama and the glop of all that's going on in the media. You know, or if I call a sister up, and I know she's going to have something to say, I can just set the phone down. And I bless myself in the witnessing of it. I bless myself in the witnessing of it. I've made my connection, and at some point she stops. But if you get caught up in the grief and the disappointment or the anger, they'll keep going.
You feed it.
And all of this gets jammed here. It blocks the heart. So